Ice skin to my man, Mr. E.
Man, he walking around. He got his girl carrying his backpack and his jacket.
Come on,
boy,
man.
if you don't stop.
Come on, man.
I said, boy, if you don't stop.
Talking about she came with the sponsorship deal.
I said,
man.
Mr. Trey Songz.
Come on, man.
I'm about it, though, man. He's going up against the Earlofm, though, fresh out of Indiana.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to let you go for that pronunciation. I didn't know what the heck that name was.
You know what?
You
Instead
got
of,
it, man.
honestly, one thing I've learned is instead of just trying to run all the letters together, put it like Scrabble, man. Find the word. You know what I mean? Just take your time, Phil. Sound it out. Yeah. My mom would be so damn proud right now.
There you go. The school system didn't fail us.
I ain't telling you. Well, not on this day. But we'll leave it at that, baby. And we'll turn it over to this game one, which looks like it's going to commence on Smashville.
All righty, man. The legendary man himself, Mr. E, going Marth. But we did see a bit of Lucina yesterday, so if the pressure's on a little bit too thick and he can't quite position himself properly to get these tipper kills, best believe Lucina will come out. But in the meantime, we're getting this good old-fashioned Marth ditto. One of the few dittos that people aren't mad at.
It's, you know, it's because to me, Marth dittos, they're just exciting, right? They're just exciting to watch. A lot of good control usually comes out. And Mr. E is a specialist at this matchup for the record. He loves Marth dittos. You can ask Leo, you can ask Pug West. He's played them all, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Tends to do pretty well.
Okay, speaking of taking control right now, Mr. E with this very phenomenal lead here. Earlofm's going to have to figure something out really quick as he struggles to get back, has to up special right out of the way of that Dragon Killer, but wow.
I'd say he's fortunate considering that situation Mr. E was trying to put him in. That probably could have been the stock there. But nonetheless, though, Mr. E will not be denied. Neutral air forward smash, getting the job done. And what a tremendous lead he's built already.
I'll tell you what, man, if Earlofm can't come out on top, the least he can do is go back and watch these VODs and learn a thing or two from the legend himself. Mr. E's pulling out all the stops here, and he's slapping him up.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man.
Okay, runs out.
Great control right there. Look at that. You put so much pressure on your opponent. You know they're instinctively just going to throw out that air dodge. And Mr. E so prepared to just punish that.
Every time.
And the immaculate spacing as well. My goodness, stage control clearly belongs to this man.
There it is.
Got to pay rent to be on this stage.
Let him know, man. Mr. E right now building up this wall. And it doesn't seem like there's a way for Earlofm to get around it, man. It might be too low, might be too high. I don't know exactly. Oh, my God.
Now, that must have been just great anticipation on the part of Mr. E to catch him up being preemptively and have the neutral air waiting. Got the lean, mean little clean tipper of that. That was disgusting.
My man, Mr. E didn't even break a sweat there. He said, I do Marth diddles for breakfast, man.
My man said, my match is shorter than your replays.
Come on, man.
I mean, I ain't saying nothing that ain't true. Keep it all the way real with you, baby.
There it is, man. Use Smash and Splash, you know, the code to donate $1 to the pot. Go ahead and help us out, man. These guys need some money. These top players need some money. And if you guys been paying attention to Twitter, you know, commentators need some money too, man. Help us out, man. I guess, man. I don't know. I guess. But anyway.
I'm an independent contractor.
There it is, man. You know, all right, let's go ahead and jump right into this one. Though we see Ryu come out.
He's not an independent Marth main, clearly, with the switch to Ryu. And I mean, you kind of got to imagine there has to be some sort of switch. You look at how game one went. There's clear and utter domination on the part of Mr. E. You got to try and get something else going here. Unfortunately, though, the Ryu not looking too much better here. At the start of things, though, Ryu, a very explosive character, can turn around a match in the drop of a hat.
Wow.
But he's dropping that forward air, and that stock also being dropped, so well done.
Yeah, you know, they call Ryu the World Warrior, but I don't know if he's ready for the Hero King, man. Marth right now just putting the work in on him.
No doubt about it. Just such good control from Mr. E. Solid in every respect right now, I must say.
Definitely. I do appreciate the switch to Ryu, though. Obviously, you know, Marth requires a lot of positioning. You know, you have to be at the right place in the right time for a lot of your moves. But Ryu, on the other hand, man, just one up tilt Shoryu, and that's game. But he's just not able to get around Mr. E to even find access to any of that. Okay. I like it. You know, give himself a little space here. Back him into the corner, force him off.
And Marth has a really good toolkit, man, especially a couple of good multi-hit moves that can kind of shred through that focus attack. We're going to see one right there. There's a couple times we've seen that dancing blade come into effect, that neutral air as well. I'm surprised that wasn't in there. Maybe he wasn't confident in getting both hits. I'm not really sure it went down right there. But Mr. E not going to live to regret that one. Coming down here with his final stock, allowing Earlofm an opportunity to potentially steal this one. Yeah,
you know, Mr. E kind of put himself in a really weird situation, but, you know, he went off for the counter, trying to punish what could have been like a Tatsu back to the stage.
Right.
And with that being said, he ended up throwing himself off stage and got, you know, Shoryu, but, you know, there's always the next stock. Okay, input Hadouken, I like it, but can't get past the forward airs.
They're really finding their mark now because you really think Earlofm is just throwing out all these air dodges and Mr. E is just right there, just kind of clip him and make him pay.
Okay, he's starting to feel himself a little bit more. Comes in with the dash attack. Meanwhile, Earlofm has a little rage on his behalf. Oh, no! No.
I am utterly surprised that Mr. E actually just let that match go.
Zoom in on that man's face. Just zoom in on him.
Oh, we got to zoom out. We got to.
Yeah. He's tight, man. He's a little tight.
I mean, I can't explain how he actually lost that match. Like, just a lot of unsafe hits in situations where he just really didn't need to. He could just back up, reset the neutral, where you were beating him every single time. Slow
and steady definitely wins the race, and that same could be said over all the Fire Emblem characters, but more specifically like Mr. E and his like very slow, methodical play style.
Yeah.
You know, as you see, he had the overall control. They're just throwing out like short hop forward air, short hop nair, really force Earlofm to come in and overextend, but sooner or later, those focus attacks found the mark, and they ended up finding some stocks too.
Yeah, it's kind of like a continuation from a lot of events that were going on yesterday. I found myself in a lot of matches where somebody would dominate the first matchup, lose a close one in the second one, and then return to just dominate the third. So I don't know if that'll be the situation here for Mr. E. We shall find out. Pretty even here out the gate.
All right. Guys up close and personal on each other, but the Dancing Blade gives himself a little breathing space. The last thing you need is Ryu in your house, man. You don't want him in your comfort zone at all.
No, sir.
All right, focus attack. Doesn't quite get the hit he's looking for, but then tries to fish out a second one. Golly.
Yeah, I like the fact he was able to commit right there, going for the follow-up on the platform. Not meant to be, though. Oh, but speaking of commitment, Mr. E throwing out a lot, going super deep off stage there.
It is, man. He must have liked it, so he wanted to put a ring on it. Okay. Goes for the Shoryu, but then punish the Tatsu with the spin of his own.
And that's what I want to see right there, the super top hit. Mr. E kind of standing up himself. You can always tell when Mr. E is feeling it, man. Yeah. He's jumping into the camera, man. He turn a regular HD camera into 3D.
There you go,
no
man.
No glasses needed, man. I tell you the truth.
Mr. E has no middle ground. He's either like stoic and emotionless, or he's out of his seat getting hyped. That's it. Okay. Oh, trying to spike him. I like it. Wants to punish the re-grab.
I would say still needs to be pretty cautious here. Obviously, Ryu, you know what this character is capable of, just so hard hitting right there. I just saw with a well-placed back air. Looking to get a spike right there, not going to find it.
I've only
oh, but that Shoryuken out of nowhere.
Right into his grill, man. Now, only if Ryu could be good like this in his own game, then we could be working with something.
Oh, dang.
I'm just saying, man. Steve would be mad. All right, there's a dash attack, punishing the Dancing Blade, finding ways to maneuver around that this time, starting to adapt a little more. I like this.
A little bit here. Okay. This is where we saw Mr. E kind of in a situation last game, had quite the lead, but then just started to lose control, trying to force hits.
And it's almost unfortunate to say, but Mr. E seems a little shook here. He has to respect Earlofm a little bit more than what he did in the last few games. Okay, no platform pressure for you. And then again, the utilization of the focus attack, punishing out all of Mr. E's aerials here.
And there's really no reason not to be using this focus attack. I mean, he hasn't had to fear too much Mr. E going for any multi-hit moves. But for the most part, it's actually been his saving grace.
Yes, sir.
I can see Mr. E here, pretty comfortable position. You got to imagine so. Oh my goodness, just standing up out of his seat.
He has a lot on the line. Guy's
just so animated.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to be careful with plays like that. Luckily, had the platform there to fall back on.
And it's sad, one up tilt Shoryu, and Mr. E is out of the picture. And Earlofm is very much aware that, as you see, comes in with more focus attacks, but he wants to sneak in that up tilt. He wants that Shoryu. Okay. Nice. Slow this match down. Get up there on that top platform.
I just kind of camp it out a little bit here. I know he's still throwing out these, things like the forward air and stuff like that, but I'm glad that he's spacing it out perfectly here to avoid any kind of big punish from Earlofm. And man, the intensity just written over both of these faces right now.
Absolutely, man. The venue's definitely on the edge of their seat. As you see, Earlofm with the complete turnaround. Oh, no. Doesn't get the hit of Tatsu that he was looking for. Okay, up throw is gonna do it.
All right, and I was thinking to myself, all you really need right here is a grab. The problem is, though, Mr. E was kind of just playing the spacing games to a point where I wasn't sure if he's willing to commit to another option right there, but found his opportunity to strike and took it. I'm okay with that. Gives his lovely lady a hug. Well-deserved right there. That guy getting denied on the fist bump. God damn, that was rude.
That was pretty rough.
But please, y'all can highlight that too if you want.
Right, go ahead, man.
Denied.
Denied, man. Oh, happens to the best of us. No, it doesn't, man. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm trying to be nice.
I guarantee you when a fist bump me, boy. That's something to say right there. But well done to Mr. E. That was pretty amazing right there.
Yeah, that was actually really scary. I think everybody had goosebumps, leaving that set. I'm surprised that last hit of Tatsu didn't connect. That's pretty much what sealed the deal for Earlofm. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these instant replays here.
The beauty right here, I believe this was the first kill Mr. E got right there. Just did not get the first attempt he was looking for, but certainly came back with a vengeance here.
Absolutely. And then as you see right here,
bam,
gets the
stunned
focus attack.
And you're done.
Yep. Even push him a little bit off to the side, man, just for good measure. Okay.
I don't think he's done just there, man. Because again, this is kind of the situation we were looking for at Game 3. Luckily for Mr. E, it would not go this way, though. But that was a big-time win right there in a very crucial Game 2 for the Earlofm.
Absolutely. That was the momentum shift he needed. And then again, another Shoryu just right into the grill of Mr. E.
So many big-time Shoryukens just keeping him in this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Here was the trade right here. Now, where he was positioned off the hit was so good because he landed right over his head. Was able to just kind of clip him with that that neutral air. And then we'll go on to a very close encounter right there. Get the grab, though, and seal the deal.